They have some support from government as well, but I think the main money comes from this event companies, so to say. So when the year is over, half the profit goes to one club, half the profit goes to the other club. So and they have also been able to sort of save capital through the years, so they have a very stable financial base. So even if the road running has sort of grown so much in the last few years, or in many years now, but still, if there would be a sort of a bad year that people didn't enter the races, the clubs will still sort of have money in their coffers, so they can still sort of have the full program. So it's a very sort of financially sound build up that they have created through these years.
So the last summer I was at Sollentuna for this meeting, and I was about the 1 or 2 days before the races, before the meeting started up, and I visited the stadium at Sollentuna and saw there a lot of small children in groups doing some activities. Those activities also belongs to clubs, or is it some different story?
No, it's in Sollentuna. That's the club there is Tureberg, as another athletic club, which we for some events we cooperate with them with athletic meeting, plus the half marathon they're also part of, and actually also today is a race in a park on the north side of Stockholm, which we have, but we don't organize it so much ourselves. The Tureberg club is taking care of it. So we have worked together with them. But the kids' activities in the summer, it's something which has happened maybe in the last 15 years. That because there's pressure from kids that they want to do something in the summer holidays. So then and there's like loads of football schools and ice hockey schools and stuff, but also athletics. We have so I would say nearly all big clubs in athletics, they have their summer school. So the kids are in for a week or 2 weeks and training in the daytime and have activities, and so that's what you saw in Sollentuna. So that's a Tureberg club, but also Spårvägen club and Hässelby club, they have their own summer athletic schools for the kids.
But those schools mean just the daily activities, not over the night as well.
No, that's daily activities. Yeah.
That's at the evening. The kids goes back to the home.
Yeah. So, it's very, and I think also that is part of the talent thing. It's to give kids. This is not necessarily the kids that have been training in the club through the winter time and springtime. This could be sort of other kids coming in that have sort of done some athletics in school and wants to try. So this is also one part of the sort of talent system, that you give opportunities to broader set of kids to test athletics and see what if they find something which they want to sort of continue with.
And those summer schools they are managed by the coaches of the club.
Yeah. The kids pay a little fee, and then that sort of supports the whole system.
But in the club structure, if you're looking on that, is it different coaches for the children, for the junior age, and for the international age, or almost this is the same coach, which find the kid and then growing with?
I think in most clubs there is a sort of a coach for each level. That usually it's like the head coach of the club, and then he has people on different levels. That he has some which are taking care of the juniors, and some which are taking care of the kids groups and stuff. So I think that's how it is. It's very seldom that nowadays that the coach is going on the other level, taking sort of kids and juniors and seniors in the same groups. I think it's more of that kind of level that you're taking care of the juniors, and maybe the best juniors are with the seniors, but I think that's the structure is more of a on the vertical level.
And for the coaches, is it necessary to get some academic diploma, or how you can become the coach in Sweden? Is it like a hobby for beginning, or
I think it's in many different ways. I think that the ones who are employed by the clubs, they usually have like a diploma from physical education, that they have sort of a background they have learned. But I think then on the next level, where the coaches are more of a doing it in their free time, they have a regular job, then they could be self-taught, or they could have taken some courses, federation courses and stuff. And then further down, like for the kids, I think it's more of a that the clubs have their maybe some short course, weekend course for parents, and the parents are getting into coach for the kids.
Oh, parents also can be involved in the coaching process.
Yeah, of course.
That's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting. Right. And the federation role in all of this system. So what federation is responsible for?
That's a good question.
Right.
Of course, the federation they have a youth program, but it's they have some courses and stuff. But I think it's the things, the action where the things are happening is in the clubs. In Sweden, the federation, not much is happening from the federation side.
They're just managing the national teams and so on.
Yeah.
But do they managing also for the national team athletes some training process, or just complete the team and that's it, and send them to the international championships?
Of course, they have a structure where there is a person so responsible for like say long distance, long distance, and he's I think there's some are full-time employed, some others on the federation level have a part-time employment with federation, and they could be also coaching some of the top athletes, but not necessarily. I think most of in Sweden overall is that the clubs take care of the athletes. The federation, they have more of an administrative role in the whole thing.
Right. Yeah, it seems very interesting. And you know what? A couple of days ago, I tried to look on in a top 30 in European homepage. You can find the top 30 lists for a certain level of ages, and I found a couple of Swedish athletes in middle distances, and every time they have the club also who is responsible for this athlete on this site. But when I start to try to find out this club, it seems to me pretty difficult, because actually for all of athletes I selected from the list, I didn't find any web page of any club. So is it something specific or specially?